Hey, I'm a resident of Colorado and I just voted in the primary, so I wanted to let you know as a leftist who I voted for. I think it's really important that we're voting in the right people. Can't even describe what a disappointment Jared Polis has been, and just on so many fronts, absolutely despicable. So it's so important that we're voting in the right people who are going to take down the establishment and especially the lethal MAGA regime that is currently indoctrinating our country right now. The first person I'm voting for is for Senator. I'm voting for Julie Gonzales. Right on her website, it says end the genocide in Gaza. I cannot stand these AIPAC-backed Democrats right now. And so hearing her call it a genocide is a really good sign for me. It's not the only reason I'm voting for her. She's really big on Medicare for all, as well as lowering the cost of living in Colorado, which is, everyone knows, been astronomical. I in particular live in an area that has skyrocketed in cost of living. I just really don't think Hickenlooper is going to tackle at all. Next, for governor, I'm voting for Phil Weiser. In all honesty, when I was doing my research between Phil and Michael Bennet, they stand very similarly on a lot of issues, but my big reason for voting for Phil is because Michael Bennet actually put millions of dollars towards fighting against ranked choice voting in Colorado, which is something I am really in support of. In addition to the fact that Michael Bennet is just like an establishment Democrat, and I'm looking for someone with a fresher take. For Secretary of State, I am voting for Gonzalez. She is really, really big about protecting voters in the state of Colorado, not just at the polling booth from ICE agents and people pretending to be ICE agents, but also within our mail-in voting process, which is super amazing in the state of Colorado. I lived in Texas for a little bit and I missed my mail-in voting so bad. Talk about voter suppression when you cannot have mail-in voting. It's absolutely absurd. Waiting in a line for 2+ hours to cast your vote because they won't allow mail-in voting. Talk about people who are working class. Talk about people who can't take the time off. It's absurd. It's like the most blatant voter suppression strategy in the world is to mess with mail-in voting. In general, she just seems a lot more in touch with younger voters as well, and she seems a lot more boots on the ground than her competitor. And for Attorney General, I voted for David Seligman. I believe that's how you say his last name. He's been amazing. He's actually been someone I've been looking into for a long time now. He's been talking about labor crisis in some of the more expensive parts of Colorado, like the ski resorts and things like this, and how billionaire benefactors of those companies and those ski towns are just completely exploiting their workers. He's also come out and said explicitly that he will be prosecuting ICE agents to the full extent of the law for the terrorism that they're causing to the US people and to immigrants in this country. So that's what I'm voting for. Please don't forget you need to turn your ballot before 7 p.m. Mountain Time in the state of Colorado by tomorrow, June 30th. Don't ever forget the power of your vote. They would not be working so hard to suppress your vote if it did not matter. Please don't forget that.